Hey there, Lizzie with you today to show you how to make this flip book, which is an envelope flip book. Now, it's not my idea. It actually came from Heidi, and she got it from, I think she said through a scrap store. She sort of did it as a class or something. So this is for Beck because Beck wanted to know how to do it. I've just made it approximate, but like all things, I mean, I don't know where this came from originally, but people change and swap and learn to do things themselves. So initially what you need to do, I've used single-sided paper. You can use single or double-sided paper. You need to cut up 4 envelopes. Now my envelopes I've scored and created using this Stampin' Up scoreboard. You might have a different one. This one comes in inches, so I'm working in inches, so I'm sorry about that. So the 4 envelopes, the first one, which looks like this, long skinny one, and these are approximate size, and not exactly the same as in here. I just did what worked for my envelope scorer. It measures 4.25 by 9.5, and on my scoreboard the paper size to cut is 10.5 inches squared, and the score line is 3 3/4. So the second envelope is this size, and it measures 7.7 inches by 5 inches, which is the standard one. For my Stampin' Up scoreboard, I needed the paper size of 9.5 by 9.5, and the score mark was at the 4. For the third one, my envelope's the biggest, sort of fattest one. It measures 5.5 by 8.5. For the Stampin' Up scoreboard, the paper size is 11 by 11 inches, and the score line is 4.5. And for the last one, which is another skinny one, mine's not quite as long as that one, but I just couldn't work it for my scoreboard, so it can be approximate. You can fiddle with it. The measurement was 4 inches by 9.5, and for the Stampin' Up scoreboard, the paper size was 9 7/8 by 9 7/8, and the score line was 3 3/8. So when you've done that, you've got 4 envelopes, and they're all different sizes. Now, as well as that, we also have a pocket here, a front pocket, and then here, it's a vellum one, but I haven't made mine a vellum pocket for a tea bag. The front pocket measures 4.5 by 3 inches, and it looks like, I think it's this one, 4.5 by 3 inches. Yep, that's this one. And for the Stampin' Up scoreboard, the paper size was 6 by 6 inches, and the score was 2 5/8 of an inch. And then the smaller one, which is the T one, which is just slightly longer than that one, but it works okay, measures 3.5 by 2.5, and for the Stampin' Up scoreboard, the paper size is 5.5 by 5.5, but your score size is 2 3/8. So that's all the envelopes you need. Now to put them together. I am not good at remembering what goes where. So for me, the easiest way to remember this was that the skinny ones go at the front and the back, and the fat ones go in the middle. And the biggest skinny one goes at the back. So you start with the slightly smaller skinny one at the front. I've put a one on here just to remind myself because I'm doing it with you guys. The 7 by 5 inch one, so the smallest, fattest one, goes like that. Okay, so virtually the 2 flaps, just sit the envelopes on top of each other. What you're going to do is you're going to stick this flap here on there, and when you fold it, flip it over, that will flip like this. So don't put it right on the seam line, just give it a little bit of room to play. So I find the easiest way to do this, if you're not using tape, and I prefer to use glue, but you can use tape around the edges. You don't have to be too fussy. Anyway, that's the glue or tape, whichever, doesn't matter. You're opening your big skinny one up, but not the biggest skinny one. And then you're just putting it, leave it a little bit of room. Make sure it's sort of centered, about the same, that to that, but you won't see it anyway, so it doesn't matter. And there you go. So now you've got a front cover, and you've got the flap in the middle. That flap in the middle is this bit here. Okay, so next we're doing this bit. Okay, so this bit goes like that. We want this flap leaving, we need to leave that free, if that makes sense. all we have to do this time is once again leave just a little bit, because this has got to fold over, so it needs to have room to fold over. So this time I'm going to glue all this and put that on top of there. Okay, so the only thing we've done at the moment is glue the flaps. So if you just remember to glue the flaps, you'll be okay. Right, so that's stuck up there a little bit. About the same at the top and the bottom. Little room for play in the middle, not quite. Oh, I think I'll wiggle it down a bit. That might be about right. I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to get my this thing, flatten it out nicely. The only thing with this sort of glue is that it does get a bit bumpy, but it won't matter too much. So all of a sudden we've got our front, we've got this middle pocket, and we've got this pocket. Right, so then we've got our last one, which is this one here. Get the flap and glue it on there, okay? So basically on the other side you'll have this. What Heidi has done is then covered it with pretty paper. So if you're looking there, you can see that's covered. If your papers are matching like these are, you don't always have to cover them. I find I don't. So once again, flaps only, playing with the flaps. Leave a little bit of a gap there. Cover with your glue. And just, you know, position it and allow yourself a bit of play for that little crease. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put it over and do it down. See, I quite like the look of that. I think that's really nice. And there we have it. So you've got a nice outside, a nice inside. You've got there, 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 and there. And of course, then we can put our pockets on. And this middle pocket is on the front of that one, so I'll probably put that one there, and then the T pocket's on here. I've just folded that flap down inside there. With this one I cut it off and then just popped a bit of pattern paper that I had left over on there. So, and also I know why she also put a thing on the back, because her tie, sorry, that doesn't go there, that goes there. Her tie is like that, and of course that's hidden under this piece of paper. I forgot to put the pocket on. The pocket's supposed to go in the corner. So I think I'll just pop it on the back. And I think that's okay. Looks like butterflies are my motif. Not that I realised that when I started, because none of this is planned. It's just like, got some stuff out, have a go, see what happens. I like how the pocket's on here anyway. The gold seems to be a motif running through it too, the gold colour. And I really like how it says the good life and happy place there. I have no gold, what do you call these things? Gemmies, sparklies. I've got a couple of yellow ones, but no gold ones. So this is the closest I could get to gold. Anyway, that's it. So if we go from the front, hang on, it goes that way and that way and that way. So that's what it looks like. The back I'm going to leave just like that because, oops, I think that's fine. It looks nice. You open it up. Got a pocket in there. Got a pocket on the front here. And a pocket on the inside. Got that pocket in there. A pocket in there. And this is stuck, so that's good. And a pocket in there. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I hope it gave you some inspiration, and I hope the directions weren't too hard to follow. Thanks for looking and happy scrapping. Bye.